What is the crystalline body? In essence, the crystalline body, also called the light body, is viewed as the final evolutionary stage of a human's physical form. Adherents believe it represents a purer, more enlightened state of existence. Physically, this evolution is related to the transformation of our very DNA. In traditional biological terms, human cells are primarily carbon-based. According to proponents of crystalline transformation, humans are gradually transitioning towards silica or crystalline. Crystalline molecules have a greater capacity to hold light, thereby increasing our physical vessel's ability to maintain higher frequencies of energy and consciousness. This concept has been correlated by some with humanity's spiritual enlightenment and ascension. The spiritual significance of the crystalline body. The concept of the crystalline body suggests a transformation to a more light-filled, spiritually awakened state. Importantly, it is tied to the idea that our consciousness is evolving, advancing to a higher level of spiritual awareness. Parallels between crystalline energy and spirituality often draw from the unique properties of crystals themselves. Known for their stable, ordered structure, crystals have long been used in technology for their ability to hold and transmit energy. As such, the crystalline body represents a state of human development in which we can more efficiently receive, hold, and transmit spiritual energy. The science behind the crystalline body. The theory of the crystalline body hinges on the idea of DNA activation, which indicates that dormant strands of DNA within our bodies are activated, facilitating the transformation to crystalline-based form. These strands of DNA, once activated, have the potential to enhance our psychic abilities, increase healing power, and enable us to tap into higher levels of consciousness. However, it's vital to note that the idea of a crystalline body and DNA activation isn't supported by mainstream science. How to activate the crystalline body? Many experts suggest activation of crystalline body by various methods to facilitate this transformation, largely involving spiritual practices and energy work. Meditation is the most commonly recommended practice to activate the crystalline body due to its ability to harness an individual's focus and energy. This helps increase vibrational frequencies, believed to stimulate DNA activation and enhancement of our healing abilities. Other suggested ways to stimulate the crystalline body include consuming a healthier diet, spending more time in nature, and practicing yoga. These activities are said to help raise one's vibrational frequency, promoting physical health and spiritual well-being. Overall, the idea of the crystalline body represents a hopeful vision for human evolution, an existence marked by higher consciousness, spiritual enlightenment, and profound healing capacities. While these concepts lack direct scientific support, they offer a path for those seeking a deeper connection with the universe and their own spiritual evolution. Signs you are transitioning into a crystalline-based body. Do you feel a deeper connection to the earth and its energies lately? Are your physical and spiritual experiences intensifying? Your body is evolving, transitioning from a carbon-based structure to a crystalline-based form. This ascension process is driven by the increasing penetration of light energy into the earth matter and your very being. The ultimate goal is to achieve a light body, a state of pure radiant existence. After physical bodies are primarily carbon-based, a structure that has served humanity for millennia, this form is dense, grounding us in the physical realm, allowing us to interact with the material world. As the earth and its inhabitants receive increasing amounts of higher vibrational energy, our bodies begin to shift. This process involves the integration of more silica and crystalline structures within our cells. These changes enhance our ability to hold more light and higher frequencies, increasing our overall vibrational state. Crystalline structures are more efficient in transmitting and receiving light energy. Eventually, a light body is a state of existence where the physical form is no longer dense but composed of pure light. It is an ethereal radiant form that operates on higher planes of existence. In this state we are free from the limitations of physicality, experiencing boundless energy, vitality and connection to the source. As you progress in your ascension, your reliance on material food will naturally decrease. This transformative journey shifts your body's need from physical sustenance to an ethereal nourishment. You'll find that the energy required to sustain your existence begins to flow directly from the light and love of the universe. This light energy penetrates every cell, every atom, elevating your being into a higher vibrational state. The first sign is the release of blocked energy. As you ascend, high-frequency energies begin to flow into your body, pushing out stagnant energies that have been stored for years, possibly lifetimes. This process can cause physical discomfort as your body adjusts to these new higher vibrations. It's similar to a caterpillar transforming into a butterfly. There is a period of intense change and growth that can be painful, but it is necessary for your metamorphosis. You may find yourself experiencing unusual pain and discomfort, like a persistent itch or a deep ache that doesn't seem to have a physical cause. These sensations can manifest as itching in various parts of your body, feeling like your bones are being crushed, or enduring muscle aches that come out of nowhere. While these symptoms might seem concerning, they are significant signs of your body's transformation during ascension. You might notice these symptoms intensifying during periods of high energetic activity, such as solar flares or full moons. During these times, it's essential to care for yourself by staying hydrated, resting, and practicing gentle self-care. Trust that these discomforts are temporary and signify profound healing and transformation within you. But do seek medical attention for any major concerns you may have. The second sign is back pain, particularly along your spine. You may find that your back aches or experiences sharp pain without a clear physical cause. This discomfort is deeply significant and directly connected to your body's ascension process. Your spine is not just a structural support, it is a conduit for higher forms of light and energy. As you ascend, your spine starts to vibrate at a different frequency, becoming a channel through which divine light is downloaded into your body. This transformation can be intense, causing pain as your physical body adjusts to accommodate this new higher vibration. You might notice this pain flaring up during meditation or moments of deep spiritual connection. For example, during a yoga session you may feel a surge of energy flowing through your spine, bringing both pain and a profound sense of alignment. This is because your spine is actively working to integrate these higher energies into your being. The third sign is the emergence of rashes and other detoxification symptoms such as diarrhea, hemorrhoids and urticaria. These physical manifestations can be alarming and uncomfortable, but they are a clear indication that your body is undergoing significant transformation. Your body is purging toxins and adjusting to the influx of high-frequency energy. As you ascend, the light energy entering your system works to cleanse your physical form, pushing out impurities that have accumulated over time. This detoxification process often results in rashes as your skin, the largest organ, reacts to the elimination of these toxins. Similarly, symptoms like diarrhea and hemorrhoids are your body's way of expelling waste and purging itself of anything that might hinder your ascension. Daily life can become challenging with these symptoms, but they are temporary and part of your spiritual journey. The fourth sign is emotional upheavals, where you experience waves of depression, anxiety, emotional breakdowns, and crying. These intense emotions can feel overwhelming, but they are a crucial part of your ascension process. You are cleansing the dark and dense energy accumulated over time. As your vibrational frequency rises, the lower energies within you are brought to the surface, demanding release. This purging process can manifest as sudden bouts of sadness or anxiety, seemingly unprovoked tears and deep emotional lows. It's as though every unresolved pain, every buried trauma is coming up to be acknowledged and healed. Daily life examples are everywhere. A casual conversation might trigger an unexpected flood of tears, or a mundane task might bring up deep-seated feelings of frustration and sadness. The fifth sign is unprecedented changes in behavior. You find yourself gravitating towards new habits, activities, and even people, while distancing yourself from past routines and relationships that no longer resonate. You begin synchronizing with those who share your new frequency, experiencing a natural drift away from those who remain on different wavelengths. This is not a rejection of your old friend or ways, but rather in alignment with your evolving energy levels. As you adjust to higher frequencies, your soul seeks harmony with others who support and enhance your spiritual growth. This might look like suddenly feeling a strong urge to spend more time in nature, meditate, or engage in creative activities that uplift your spirit. You might notice a growing discomfort in environments that once felt comfortable, or an inexplicable disinterest in conversations that used to engage you. Conversely, encounters with new people who share your spiritual interests might feel instantly fulfilling and deeply resonant. The sixth sign is an increased connection with your higher self, often manifesting as frequent and inexplicable feelings of being moved to tears. These moments of emotional intensity are not random. They are profound indicators of your deepening spiritual alignment. As you tune into higher self energy, you become more sensitive to the subtle divine vibration around you. You might find yourself tearing up during meditation, while listening to a piece of music that resonates deeply, or even during mundane daily activities that suddenly feel imbued with greater significance. These tears are a release, a way for your soul to acknowledge and process the heightened state of spiritual awareness you are experiencing. This could mean feeling overwhelmed by a sunset's beauty, the innocence of a child's laughter, or the kindness of a stranger. These moments are your higher self's way of communicating, letting you know that you are on the right path and connected to the universal flow of love and energy. The seventh sign is extreme fatigue, a profound exhaustion that seems to permeate your entire being, demanding more sleep and rest than usual. This intense tiredness is not a mere inconvenience but a crucial indicator that your body is using an immense amount of energy to adjust to higher frequencies. You may find yourself struggling to keep your eyes open during the day, yearning for naps or needing more hours of sleep at night. This fatigue can hit you suddenly, making even the simplest tasks feel overwhelming. It's as if your body is urging you to slow down and give it the time it needs to recalibrate and integrate the new elevated energies you are receiving. This might mean having to cancel plans, take time off work, or simply retreat to the comfort of your bed more frequently. It can be frustrating, especially if you're used to a busy, active lifestyle. However, this fatigue is a sign of the profound transformation occurring within you. Your body is working tirelessly to shed old dense energies and align with the higher frequencies of light and love now entering your system. This period of extreme fatigue is a sacred time for healing and adjustment. By honoring your body's need for rest, you allow it to heal and transform at a cellular level. The eighth sign is experiencing night sweats and hot flashes, sudden waves of heat that can leave you drenched and unsettled during your sleep. These episodes are more than mere physical disturbances. They signify profound spiritual encounters, marking the moments when your higher self approaches you in dreams. You might find yourself waking up in the middle of the night, your body covered in sweat, your heart pounding as if you've just run a marathon. This isn't simply a reaction to a warm room or heavy blankets. It is your physical body's response to the presence of your higher self's warm light body. Drawing near during sleep, this light body radiates an intense divine warmth that permeates your being, triggering these physical sensations. As it aligns with your own energy, this could mean having to change your night clothes or bed sheets frequently. The ninth sign is experiencing vivid, wild, violent, and sometimes terrifying dreams. These dreams can be intense and unsettling, leaving you feeling shaken upon waking. However, they are not just random mental occurrences but significant indicators of your spiritual cleansing process. You may find yourself jolted awake in the middle of the night, heart racing, drenched in sweat from a particularly vivid dream. These dreams often feel disturbingly real, filled with chaotic, sometimes violent imagery. You might see scenes of past battles, confrontations, or even apocalyptic scenarios. These daydreams are a manifestation of the low-frequency energies accumulated over many lifetimes now being released and purged from your soul. This might mean starting your day feeling disoriented or emotionally drained, carrying the weight of the dream's intensity with you. You might wonder why these dreams are happening and what they mean. They are your subconscious mind's way of processing and expelling dense energies that no longer serve you, making room for higher frequencies of light and love. The 10th sign is experiencing dizziness, loss of balance, and spinning sensations. You may find yourself suddenly feeling lightheaded or unsteady on your feet, as if the ground beneath you is shifting. These sensations can be disorienting, making you pause and steady yourself before continuing with your daily activities. These episodes of dizziness are not random but a clear indication that your Maba, your light body vehicle, is forming and calibrating with new energy. The Maba is a powerful energetic field that surrounds your body, facilitating higher consciousness and multidimensional travel. As it develops, it adjusts to align with the influx of higher frequencies, causing temporary disruptions in your physical equilibrium. The 11th sign is experiencing memory loss, cognitive decline, and a sudden inability to express yourself. You might find yourself in a conversation and suddenly forget a word, or lose your train of thought entirely. These moments can be frustrating and disorienting, making you question your mental sharpness. These cognitive issues are not signs of permanent decline, but indications of frequent transitions between different dimensions. As you face these higher realms, your brain undergoes intermittent energy flow, causing temporary blankness. Your mind is recalibrating to accommodate the influx of new information and higher vibrational frequencies, which can disrupt your usual cognitive functions. This might manifest as forgetting why you walked into a room, or struggling to recall simple details. During a work meeting, these lapses can be unsettling, especially when you pride yourself on your intellect and clarity of thought. However, they are part of the process of your ascension and adjustment to new energetic states. The 12th sign is a profound sense of loss of identity. You might feel strange and disconnected when looking at yourself in the mirror, as if the face staring back at you is no longer your own. This unsettling sensation is not uncommon among those on the path to spiritual ascension, where the boundaries of your human identity start to blur. This experience stems from your deepening connection with your higher self. This transition can be challenging, especially when daily life demands a consistent and recognizable self-image. In your daily life, this might manifest as a sudden disinterest in activities and roles that once defined you. You may find yourself questioning long-held beliefs and values, feeling out of place in familiar settings, or struggling to relate to people who were once close to you. The 13th sign is experiencing out-of-body phenomena, where you might see and hear things that others don't. You may start to notice sounds that resemble tinnitus, or see ethereal light spheres floating or flickering at the edge of your vision. These sensations can be startling but are significant indicators of your ascension process. Your consciousness begins to bridge the gap between dimensions, allowing you glimpses into higher states of being. This heightened perception is a sign that you are tuning into the subtler energies and frequencies that exist beyond the ordinary sensory experience. You might hear soft, high-pitched sounds that seem to come from nowhere, or see flashes of light in the periphery of your vision. These experiences can happen during meditation, moments of deep relaxation, or even randomly throughout your day. Such occurrences are your higher self's way of communicating with you, indicating that your spiritual senses are awakening. The 14th sign is a profound feeling of alienation, a deep yearning to go home and a sense of not belonging here on earth. You might find yourself looking up at the stars with a longing that cannot be put into words, feeling like an outsider in your own life. This is not just a fleeting thought, but a persistent sense that you're meant to be somewhere else, somewhere higher and more aligned with your true essence. This feeling of alienation arises because your vibrational frequency is shifting to higher levels, aligning you more closely with your higher self and the higher dimensions. As you ascend, the dense energy of the physical world can feel heavy and constricting, making you feel out of place and disconnected from your surroundings. You might notice that social interactions feel superficial and unfulfilling, or that you are no longer interested in activities that once brought you joy. You might crave solitude, spending more time in nature or in meditation, seeking to reconnect with the higher realms, where you feel more at home. Recognizing these signs is crucial to understanding your spiritual ascension process. These experiences are not mere coincidences or random occurrences. They are significant markers of your transition to a higher state of consciousness. You are evolving, shedding the old layers of your being and embracing a new reality that aligns with your higher self. Daily life might feel like a whirlwind with physical, emotional, and spiritual challenges, testing your resilience. You may feel discomfort, alienation, or a profound sense of change. These are not signs of something going wrong, but rather indicators of your growth and alignment with higher frequencies. Welcome these experiences, knowing they are part of a greater cosmic design, meant to elevate your soul and transform your existence. As you go through this transformative period, it's essential to seek support and guidance. Connect with others who understand and share your experiences. Engage in practicing that nurture your spirit, such as meditation, energy work, and spending time in nature. These activities will help ground you, provide clarity, and enhance your connection to the divine. Your journey is unique and deeply personal, yet you are not alone. Many are awakening to their true nature and experiencing similar signs of ascension. By sharing your story, you can inspire and support others on their paths. Your experiences are valuable and can provide insight and encouragement to those who may be feeling lost or overwhelmed. Take this opportunity to accept your role as a beacon of light. Stand tall in your truth, embodying the higher frequencies of love, compassion, and wisdom. Your journey is a testament to the power of spiritual evolution, and your story can illuminate the path for others. Now is the time to step fully into your spiritual power. Recognize these signs as affirmations of your progress and continue to seek the support and guidance you need. Your ascension journey is a powerful contribution to the collective awakening, guiding humanity towards a new era of consciousness and interconnectedness. Share your experiences, connect with your community, and let your light shine brightly. Your story is a vital part of the collective narrative, and by embracing your journey, you inspire others to do the same. Together we can face this transformative period and create a world filled with love, light, and higher consciousness. So what are your thoughts about your new crystalline body? Please feel free to comment your thoughts below. I would like to thank you for joining me here today on my channel, Enlightenment in the Darkness. Please like and subscribe to my content. Many blessings to the rest of your day.